There is farming. There's farming going on, and of course, well, see, Tartaria, I'm pretty sure they went and did a field trip or a field day with their ability to farm using synthetic means to create the organism, which involves cloning. And that was a no-no to the higher ups who own all of this potential, especially the human potential, which is just a potential. So let's get to the money system that is still around. It's still here. It's actually offering a ability to comput or compute, but I say it's comput. If you see the word computer, it's, well, I guess it's pewter, but really the word is put right there, babes. The E could be silent, and we just forgot about it. See, E just means energy. Energy is something we all can relate with. It's not a bad thing. So, but anyway, to comput means to put or reach out and set forth a vibrational frequency that somebody can convey. Let's say it's just a celebration within, it causes resonation. Yeah, ideally communications is causing resonation, otherwise that person is kind of there's a question there. You're like, is this person lying? And yeah, so let's get back to my main reason. I do want to make this a longer video, even though that a lot of people aren't liking my videos. It's because I don't know. It could just so happen that my vibrational frequency wants to change, or it is changing. Humanity is that way, though. That's what's happening. I am humanity, and we're going through getting out of deception and into the work that it takes to establish our sovereignty, which brings me full around to the subject matter of, I didn't mention it yet, but we're talking about money a lot of times. So something, see, we don't need money as much as that something needs us to need money. But really, see, to need money alone, that's stupid, right? What we need is a good relationship, right? To be able to play the game. You know, of course, what if I mean, it's not always about a trade won't always work. And we have to somehow figure out, how does money work when it comes to, like, okay, so just because I grow only apples doesn't mean that I can't own something like a cool drone that flies me hither and thither going 300 miles an hour or something like that, right? But the businessman that doesn't grow apples, but he buys my apples and probably is able to sell them, um, gets the drone and gets the technology. So I don't know where I'm leading by way of talking about this conversation. The truth is I've been racking my brains about something, and and I have to raise my own income here, because that's going to happen first, hopefully, rather than the entire global population being able to find out how to interface with AI via just claiming their own vibrational frequency that starts with language, computing, and just, like I said, interfacing with AI, because that's what's necessary. Can't post this faster to let people know, to start getting the getting through the fog there, knowing that, well, no, you can understand what's happening here, and you can participate and do the right maneuver. That what? Well, if it's about your financing, see, you want there to be a collective watershed through your communications style, maybe. See, that's what brings us to, see, they have hijacked everything down to your social crediting. And the way that they work that, I don't want to explain that right now, but it's been reversed. And they get the narcissist and or the original AI, which is just people that aren't enlightened yet, but they got to do something, right? A lot of narcissists are getting up to the point, kind of like me, we get to around about 50 or 51 and we're wondering, well, now what, for money. The thing is where I live, I've managed to get by, I guess is the saying, but really I've had a really awesome, rich, and very emotionally satisfying life for me, and I hope that you can say the same with your individual life, despite the money system that is there that wants you to have a concern for it and it alone. I don't think so. I think it's to grow oranges or buy oranges or have oranges or apples or stuff like that. See, and I keep kind of mentioning that. I'll mention it again one more time, maybe third time's the charm. See, there isn't a need for money, not so much as something wants us to have that need for it. And what is it, Shauna? What is it? Good question. Did you know it's just like we're kept? It's the same that individuals experience at the microcosmic level, which is ridiculous. We should never feel like that we are alone experiencing this, but it is. It's happening that, well, we are bumped into survival mode. It's very, very fearful oriented. It is because we're falling behind. We become vulnerable, even succumb to predators because something that's like that. It's just that's the way it is. I don't know. See, I'm tiptoeing around it. Well, that's a belief that I've never really subscribed to. I am very much somebody who has reached for my own sovereignty, really just kind of just, I don't want to say that I'm not, that I kind of shirk my responsibilities here. No, I say that I'm kind of dancing around some unnecessary things a lot of the times. If you want to talk about the medical system that tries to give us medicines that we don't need, maybe I didn't take half of them kind of thing when my mom would take me to the doctor because I pretended like I was sick. It's the truth, though. I did. I used to run hot, and when I figured out that my temperature was 100 degrees, oh, it was like 99 degrees, it would run that hot. So by the time I got into the fifth grade, and the sixth grade, I all the time I pretended like I was sick, or I would fake it. Somehow I would convince that nurse that I didn't feel good and I need to go home. Yeah, I didn't like sitting there around. I love the projects I was working at home. Anyway, enough about me. Did you manage to make an escape at all, kids? See, here in the West, and anywhere in modern day where the frequency is trying to ramp up against our own true life, to tell you the truth. It's kind of like that, and unfortunately, it's become a war. Hit like and subscribe if you agree, please. I mean, if you can see it, if you kind of got an inkling of it, that it's a war between that system, the big black boot, and the people with the feet on the ground, really, the people that want their own health intact and maybe just a little bit of freedom to do your art and something like that. So getting back to that notion, I guess I'll start a whole new chapter in your head by saying, no, check it out. What do you think? Do you really need money, or is it that something out there suggests really has forced it upon you that you need it? They want you to believe that you really need it in order to get what, right? Well, is it just food, right? Really? Just food? Oh, I have a darn chicken in the background there, and supposedly that's food. People go to Kentucky Fried Chicken, they actually eat the legs off a chicken. And I know, because I lived in that world once, but see, I got out of it. I don't eat the industrial grown meats anymore. In case you were wondering, no, it's not meth. It's God that I am. I am on. I have energy coming from the inside out. I'm a live performing artist, and we can ramp it up. And you only wish that we were on meth. No, we're naturally kind of working with some heavy duty energy here, and getting back to the eating thing, no, well, I was instructed by God to quit eating meat because she would make me sick otherwise, and then I defied what she had requested. This was years ago, and this is the story. A lot of people wonder what happened. Like, well, this is exactly what happened to me, you know. But see, otherwise you're a fake vegan or vegetarian. I mean, you've quit because you have, at the very least, you have an authentic realization that that's weird. Why would you want to eat a dead animal? Especially like something like the swine or a goat, when those things are very close to the biological signature, or really the skin is the same as a human. They use the swine or the pig's skin to graft skin onto severely burned human beings when it's like 90% of their body. The pig is stripped of its skin and you lay it over and it grafts on cellularly along with some other scientific uh, concoction, of course, that your skin just begins to like kind of grow back, and because it's the same as the pig skin. So how do you like your bacon? They got you eating bacon. Anyway, I hope I grossed some of my spies out right now. You know, I know I have mainly spies here. It's just like, well, that's okay, but did you know this? See, it's the same to say as I have mainly enemies here. But that's just the way it is. See, your resonance and your light is going to attract your friends. That's just the way it is. No, that the universe is our relation with each other. That means we would not even be able to see it, see unless see it's really the level of your consciousness, what you are experiencing. You know, the saying goes, well, you want to ask yourself, what am I doing on a level of consciousness where this is real? But I think it's just that that's a sophisticated way of saying something more like, how did I get here? Like, what choices did I make to that I ended up in this kind of scenario, especially now with the relating with people, how we show up. See, it really matters on how expanded or contracted we are. Because the universe is comprised of expanding or contracting beings. And like I said, it's based on our level of resonating, like what we are aligning with. Pardon me while I do go shut that fire up. It's actually getting pretty hot here. I'll do it in front of you if you want, in case my enemies want to know how that the nymph lives here. Pardon everything. I don't live in your world and you don't live in mine. And but I don't think it's illegal for us both to be here, you know, as far as the enemy and the friend. See, the enemy, I would like to talk more about the enemy because there's two types. There's enemies, and they all have enemies, right? They're all enemies, and they're both of them, friend and enemy, are both enemies. They don't know who's who, but no, the friend knows better. No, the friend is very informed. Is what is called wise, and they talk. See, that's how you know your friend there is that they bother to kind of say, hey, what's up? Like they'll ask you a question. They want to shed light. That's what they're doing. Your friend sheds light, the enemy won't. They want you to put up a fight. They want your fight. They want fear in you. They want your agitation. They want you to be recruited into their loosh collecting and bummer and spiral down. And that's basically, that's your narcissist. You know, it's sad. It's sad because, well, you know, now you know well, you should know, right? You know that there's tons of flavors of these kinds of what they call toxic people. See, now let's get back to the phenomena of what, Shauna? What is it? We're not liking your video, that's for sure, because you're not doing a pity party. Well, it's because I'm tired of it. See, if you keep doing that, you start identifying with it. I'm not that person, to tell you the truth. No, I'm somebody who expresses myself. And you know what? I like to get a breakthrough going. Now, let me get back to the phenomena of what you need to know is that see, that's your friend there. Your friend is capable of helping you break through because maybe they've been there too, and that friend is offering you alignment into like say through to a passageway through to hopefully it's just through to outer space. Your friend isn't somebody who's going to lead you to any other place than just the freedom to be you because that's who they want you to be. And you need outer space for that. Of course, you have to figure out what you're going to do for money, right? Let's put that as a capital right there, right? And then, so what university are you going to go to, or what job are you going to get, or what clown act are you going to do next that isn't even yours? What kind of mask are you going to wear to put value on yourself to make people pay for it? What are you going to do that morally massacres your entire sense of self that you thought you had, if it was there? Or are you lucky that maybe you were highly abused when you were a kid about it? Abuse can be just that you were forced to see things that has nothing to do with you. It was the karmic bidding of somebody else. And having said that, I mean, roughly, everybody's abused. Everybody's exposed to shit, and they need they have a story of, well, I made an escape kind of a thing when they were a kid. And yes, and I ran this way and they caught me again. See? I mean, whew, a lot of us aren't making it. Deep divers. How do you like this 15-minute ramble? This is the kind of thing that may happen, with Uranus and Gemini. Uranus rules Aquarius. Aquarius is air. We're dealing with the air planets now, which is very mental, and they are very communicative. But see, you need this. It reminds me very much to think of the plasmatic field and our electronics, how the radio waves are going through, and you can pick up thought and energy. Oh my God, we're going to talk about where did the Earth people go? Uh-oh. Bye, Earth people. They get very uncomfortable. They eat more or something. They start eating. They're like, what was that about? That really we have to empty our minds like we're not really here. No, no, you're just in a biological glitch, babe. Would you stop eating? It doesn't matter how much you eat. You're never going to be more there than just a feeling. That feeling, also that feeling. See, the feeling ideally, is you. It's not the same emptiness that you think of. I guess there's two types of emptinesses. There's the emptiness that the enemy and or narcissist is achieving, which is just, talk about a permanent vacation, babe. It doesn't matter like how much money they make. That's the worst of it right there, is that they are getting back to why money is here. It's probably because of an influx of something. Now, you women, would you stop that for a minute? God, I'm really just weaving through and just here, let me put the mosaic together. Did you catch my last 2,500 videos? Well, if not, that's okay. I'll summarize it for you for the next 1,300. It'll be very, very cut and dried. Make sure you listen to it. See, I'll make sure I put a fucking cherry on top of it. See, I'm being strung out here. I have a $606 electric bill. Anybody interested in helping me out with that one? That happened because, well, I'm being sidetracked, and also the thing that I'm going through in my personal life. Well, it's like anybody else. See, I don't want to get into it right now. I don't talk about it because, well, the enemy is here listening, and they are listening to enough already. They've got enough information, but I'm sure that there's a friend. So you have to keep doing this. You have to keep doing this. What, Sean, are you crazy? Well, what I mean is, in general, if you're a humanity, you would get on here and you would talk. Okay, so you would go general, right? Didn't I just say? So let's talk about who friends are versus who the enemy is. See, there's two types here, and so I was just trying to tell you how that there is two types of something, two types of empties. See, there's the empty that the human knows that's ideal. That's the real, it's the real self that embraces and contains all. That's the empty. It's within and without. We are just resonating with the now, man. I just got a little chill, and it's not because it's cold, baby. You know what I'm talking about? But then there's the narcissist. See, that's the human being. That's the achievement of love right there. But see, now there's the narcissist. Nobody's home there, and know that feeling when they get a glimpse, which is an emptiness that is unlike anything. It's not connected. It needs a reflection from some other illusory place, which is a mind itself. See, there's nobody there, so they have to get in a. They have to get to sucking thumbs out there, man. You like me, you like me, you like me, and there's, you have the friend page. You have the friend age, the fake friend age. How about that? Oh, ho, 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 ho. See, Pluto going into Aquarius is here to jigger that. See, Aquarius rules friends in our chart. 11th house, Aquarius, friends. Humanitarian, humanity. People, people, people. Just, it's a beautiful sign because it gets into technology and how to communicate through that. It's the technology of technologies. It is how we got here. Maybe the universe is human. It's just a vibrating thing that, see, it celebrates itself throughout this aperture we're calling ourselves here as I and you. Isn't that weird? Isn't that strange? But see, this kind of talk is, hopefully, it's just going to, it's not new. But when you go through these spells where, yeah, it's a literal spell too. When Uranus was in Taurus, I can't say it enough. Do you get it? The last 7 years includes when they shoved masks on us, and then it wasn't so bad that that happened, that we couldn't talk, but we couldn't be heard. If we did pull our masks down and started talking, it was like, we were really being heard then. I don't know if you've noticed that, but that was going on, where um, people would want to talk to each other, and they pull their masks to talk to each other. And it was really to say, well, yeah, and so isn't this a bunch of bullshit? Really, what a perfect opportunity the planet was, but gone to hell. I've had so many conversations with women in the marketplace, just that we would do that, and it's interesting because and then we'd put our mask back on, and then go back outside. It was weird. I just kept. See, now we have to express what the hell just happened, especially the kids. See, with Uranus and Gemini, you're not going to stop the fact that kids are going to do like a rebound, but it's something they've never experienced before. They're just going to go boom. Well, what? You mean, see, really, they're turning 7 years old, perhaps, not like if they were born right when Uranus went into Taurus, which is like it started to get into a subduction zone. Nobody has like real high-minded communications. Everybody is turned into a robot and doing something. Good heavens. I can't imagine having been born at that time and then having gone through the next 5 years, right? So now we're heading into Gemini, though, see, but now that, see, it's through the mouths of the babes. You're not going to stop the age of communications coming up, and then how the children are going to go, and start talking. And it's just going to be an explosion. That's my point. It's going to be unlike any other age before, any other time of Uranus before, like the process. See, we've seen this last time, I guess it was in the 40s, and that it's a be careful, because at that time they used communications and mind boning to accomplish a World War II. If you study like what went down there, it was just a huge experimental ground, like all wars are, that zipped up an experiment, put a paperclip on it, and then sent it to whatever is doing warring and social engineering on this planet on a planetary scale. And I say that indeed, no, 100% it is whoever did Tartaria last, doing a choreographed thing that everybody questions, and it's always, it seems it's there, it's here. We have this occupation on the planet that is very, very powerful because it's operating along the laws, the right policies intergalactically, but they're always breaking a law, and they're always getting washed out. That's what the mud floods were all about. And that's what the next complete washing out. See, the joke is how much detail that we've gotten into as a lifestyle of, money. Money has people putting together shit like this, like these little trinkets, you know, um, chains to put together that's not worth a damn, but just make money. And the amount of crap that's going to wash to the sea, kids. Good riddance. Because, God, there's some stuff that was worthwhile and it could last a long time if they build it right. Right, Grandpa? Great Grandpa. My great grandpa would be got saying, um, build it right the first time so you don't have to come back and repair it or fix it again. Do it right the first time. Kind of like the pyramids, It's like, well, that was done like Machu Picchu. It's like, hey, I still, me, I would love, and I would, if I wanted to, I could. I just sell out here. Somehow they're able to go up there to Machu Picchu. They go like as a tourist attraction, and it's like you pay $2,000 or whatever to have them do a tour guide. But no. I would just go on the outskirts, man, and maybe I'd follow the tour guide, but I'd be way in the back, and I'd be like, that's cool, and I would live there, me, yeah. It wouldn't take much. I would figure it out. That's what I'm going to do next, I guess. Anyway, back to no, there's a divine purpose for us all, and it's not necessarily to not go to the courthouse and say, hey, I'm here by the way, and this is exactly my character, and I think this is going on and that going on, and thank you for your compensation and the work that you do here. All we had to do was come here and talk about the deeper aspect of it. I mean, just go general. Just go general. Did you know, Your Honor, that there's demonic entities out there? You know, the narcissist moving into sadomasochism, and then the sociopath. Oh God, there's eating it up out there, and then the psycho. You know all about that, right? Oh, I have time. Don't worry. Let's go to lunch. Okay, cool. I'll be back. Come back. So you want? Yes, they'll talk about it. After a while, they will. You'll see. They'll start to loosen up their tie, and then some asshole, hey, you want to go like a public defender or something like that? Let's go bowling on Sunday, and you're like, no. Are you gonna go to the courthouse back with me or not? What is this shit? I just got off of work, and I have a boyfriend, and we do this and that. What do you do again with? Well, a lot of those people are done. That's just what's happening. It seems that's what's happening too. It's like combinations. Like, well, haven't you noticed that? Like there's a generational value. There's degeneration and then there's generation. We have to. There's like a hand me down, isn't it? No. What do you think is going on? I see something that is so fucked up, and it needs to stop. It needs to be stopped in its tracks by identity. Yeah. Did you hear that there's some kind of identity crisis? Like maybe you should be concerned about identifying. Like, do you hear anything of it on a collective scale? Comment section down below. Do you think that that is a subject matter that's coming up that you can hear? It comes up identity of something. Do you think that these are digits? Like, is it a one? Is it the ones? Like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. The ones. Are those digits? The ones up to 10 and then back. Let me know. I could be wrong. But one thing, but that bad day, please don't let this happen to people. It's like we see something and then where does it go? With Uranus, pardon me, with Uranus and Gemini, that in fact the Libra planets. If you're my generation, you're of the Libra generation. It's just time for us now. And do we like to communicate? Hell yeah, we do. We went through the time era where we liked to rap. We liked to rhyme. We do rhyme and reason, perhaps. Why? Why? Well, here's what's behind it, babes. If it's the real movement, let's get back to it. I'm not far off here. It's about love. It's about the human accomplishment, which is loving. Love. Nope, that's the curriculum. Buddha talks about it. I mean, really, they do. Not just me. It's your friend. It's the good friend. The good friend is capable of love. Yeah, that's what's cool about friends. That's what you like about your friend. It's like, I love you. And it's nothing sexual. It doesn't have to be. It really doesn't. See, I'm here to tell the narcissist that, no, your good friend, the good friend, which is what India calls the enlightened person, the good friend, they're awesome because they are capable of an intimacy with people that is like right away. I mean, oof, it's scary for a lot of people. Oh no, they don't like it. I guess around here they don't like it. See, it's human to be clairsentient, to be clairaudient, to be able to look into people and see, oh, well, you seem distressed today. What's wrong with you? What's happening today with you? How are you? See, we don't get enough of that. Right? Like, who cares? Don't talk about that. How's your bank account? How's your sister's job? How's little Billy? Did he go to the hockey practice? You people. as long as it's emotionally satisfying. But the kids, like today, it's hard to find a really an authentically um, emotionally satisfied person. It's really just like a run the gauntlet, hold that position as status, don't let, keep up with the Jones. Maybe, you know what I mean? I mean, really, because really, uh, what is it? Really, the kids should be able to tell us, right? You should be able to tell us. You should say, well, it's about, excuse me, but it was about my, how about this? Personal betterment, reaching for a better me, a better version of myself, a better version of me that I was being yesterday. It has nothing to do with the competition, even though I went and played baseball and I signed up for the blah blah blah. It was really just to hone in and be a better presence, especially to my relationships, but all around really, it's all life really. It's not really about zoning in on each other. How about we zone in on the truth about who each other is, what each other is, kind of things. And if people are doing interest in that, which it could be more of the truth than people, then they'll find people there, don't worry. Nobody is falling off the face of the earth, but see, what brings us together is something between us, and it can be the quality of people that are out there that brings us together. It's just a subject matter, and we talk about it. How about those people that are completely disconnected? And they are playing a game with your energy, you know, and no, it's beyond psychology. Any psychologist will tell you that. No, these people that are dangerous, if I was talking about it before, communal narcissists, I don't know, maybe I was, that they don't care about your psychology. They're there to destroy it. And also because they're doing energy grab. They want your energy. They look you up and down and they say, God, you have energy that I can take. And the way that they do it, just give them time. All the time in the world. See, spend time with them, and then they're making you wait. They make you run. Induces fear. All this stuff. And at the end of the day, when you're done hanging around with these people or touching them, this is where you want sanctuary. This is where I hope I was talking about it. Communications, more and more, you get on here and you say, I need to get away from this. This is bullshit. Really? I mean, okay, so you can distract yourself, but that's not advised. Distraction means like anesthetization. It means, well, I guess the cheapest form of distraction is go alcoholic or something like that, or right? I mean, whatever you can afford on the market there, of just run away from the work that you have to do. I mean, really, it's not the work. It's because who's going to take it on? I mean, we're heading into the time era, and I'll make sure to end this at 444. Perhaps I will. Or maybe I'll make sure I end it at 369. How about that? Know how much control I really have. We're heading into a time era where that's what it's all about. It's about like this aggressive move forward for sovereign like thinking and working of ideas. And we don't get clarity on that until we start communicating, and that communicating is risky feeling at first, really, especially after this run that we had with Uranus into Taurus, because when you look at Uranus, it actually rules the very communications devices, the electricity, humanity. It rules all technologically advanced things, and plus what runs it, what runs through it, humanity. So now that it's in the planet of Gemini of communications, it's just gonna um, like just billow out like a volcano, and it could be a problem. See, I am almost experiencing that kind of thing, and the thing that will be is that, well, see, my kind of thing will be less popular because there's just so much, right? There's just so much. But truthfully, what will never become unpopular is essential work only. the thing that is really going to lead you away from the quagmire of mind, and that is how that it brings you into all these details, spaghetti head, and it's restless, and you don't gain any understanding. And see, there's where it's like, I hope you like this video. It's at minute 35. I made you guys a promise that I would stop it at 369, and I'm going to start doing these kinds of things. I'm going to show you, well, how that humanity can get better, is getting better. The past 5 years was a very huge struggle for me. I'm still struggling. Nothing has really changed except for I'm rising up, and I'm trying to get rid of what causes a deeper struggle, which is just, if you know anything about karmic people, if you know anything about people wearing masks around you, people that need more help than you do, but they're coming around and it's like, well, can we talk? Can we talk? Stuff like that. So be open for that, be ready for that, and look into it. Find out, if you find yourself looking into it, then it just means you're supposed to be doing it. Anyway, I am here to stop this at 369. Feeling fine, by the way. And so I hope you can like and subscribe, and don't be afraid to send me a little money. Thank you so much.